There are things that you can do in your single life that are not half as easy to do as when you're in a relationship. When I was in my previous relationship, my ex did not want me to get a tattoo. I'm not for tattoos that are superbly exposed. Literally, you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at me that I had any tattoos at all. But I, in fact, now have 2. You can bet the minute I was out of that relationship, it was almost like a bit of a fingers up to someone to say, I'm going to go and do what I wanted to do all that time anyway. I went and got a tattoo in the placement I'd always spoken about, which is on the back of my neck, so it sits under my hair anyway. And in memory of my dog that had to be put down, I now have one on the side there as well. Both very discreet, both literally you couldn't tell that I had one. If my hair is up and I have certain style collars on, or basically if I'm at the swimming pool or at the beach. Now, in theory, I still could have done that when I was in a relationship, but when you're in your early 20s, you're still listening to what other people think, and also this is your romantic partner. I was with them for 6-7 years, so like it did matter to me what they thought about that. Part of that comes from this idea that you can just be you. You can experiment in the way that you want to. Actually, if someone said that they loved a particular quality about you, even if it was appearance-wise, like that's going to matter to you more if you're in a relationship with someone. You can debate how right you think it is that you go through with that or not, but it's not as free when you are single and just able to go and do whatever the heck you want. I go on lots of solo adventures. I would never be able to do those in a relationship so easily because you feel that obligation to check and ask them. Now that I'm back in a relationship, I do still check in with that other person, but we're very clear on what trips we do together or don't do together. For example, if I do finally get to go away sometime for a summer holiday sort of holiday, they will not be coming because of finances. We have done a trip to Glasgow because it naturally made sense because they've got friends and family up there. But then at the same time, they didn't come to the concert that I was going to, which is why I was going there in the first place, because they weren't interested in them. But with a solo trip, I'm doing everything on my own and I'm just booking it and I'm not really thinking about having to invite or check in or anything like that. Money can go where you please. You should always have a bit of money autonomy in your relationship anyway, but you don't have to consider like a really big purchase. It's your money. You can ultimately do what you need to do with it. If you're getting a relationship right, you should still be able to do a majority of things. But being single and just not having to think about it is a whole different experience. And if you're able to have that opportunity, then I would suggest that you fully embrace it and lean into it. If you plan on being in a relationship later down in your life, then that's going to be taken away from you at some point. So be excited, use it now, and make the most of being single. Let me know in the comments what it is that you love about being single and what you think you get away with doing more in that state than you would in a relationship.